YouTube is proud, folks. Look at this. We've got the UMX Timber X. Amazing, super fun. Obviously, it's got some big old ailerons. We have reviewed this once, and we are doing a second thoughts tonight. And we just wanted to show you something cool because we get these fall evenings, and it's just a blast to fly this. So we're gonna go out here. We're on 3S, 300 milliamp hour. Stop. And it does everything the big one does, only it's dainty, which is super cool. And yes, this thing is equipped with Safe Select and AS3X, as we've come to expect from all the bind and flies that Horizon Hobby puts out through E-flite. And what a beautiful backdrop. We've got this gorgeous fall night, and we're just trying to live it up because it's been so windy and it gets so dang busy in life. You gotta sometimes make some time to cornhole. Oh, I wanna see if I can flat spin this thing. The other day, I was flying with my buddy Esteban and we were flat spinning his turbo timber. Or no, Timber X. There it is, guys, and safe. No input, awesome. Out of safe. So if you guys wanna see how to do that, let's show the people real quick. Get some altitude, kick it into a cornhole, and then just hold the sticks, and then safe. So your right stick is all the way up to the right, and your left stick is all the way down to the lower right. And you can do it the other way too, I believe, just like this, except it's a little faster. And I like to start it off, and I like to kind of do it with a little bit more altitude like this. There we go. Camera crew is proving herself today. Sorry.
You're fine.
Now let's slow it down. A little bit of flapperon, take off flapperons, landing flapperons, coordinating the turns just a little bit. Let's go over to the bull. You can really slow this thing down nicely. And if you guys haven't ever experienced the Turbo Timber X, it is definitely my only and favorite X of the batch. Oh, look at the moon up there. That's so cool. Let's shoot the moon.
Okay.
Come back over here. Thank you. I'm gonna shoot the moon. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, guys. That is so gorgeous. And then you've got that little attention getter over there. Full landing flaps. Let's show you the flight envelope here. Just look how slow you can bring this by. And that's with the 3S battery in there. It's just super easy to control. You don't lose all your roll rate when you use the flapperons on this thing, something I was very concerned about when I first found out that we had flapperons instead of a proper inboard flap. But I'm also noticing tonight, which is something I didn't notice before, there's quite a little bit of dihedral. By the way, the manned aircraft, I'm gonna put him in the background. As you can see here, he's right behind me now. Mm-hmm. So you guys can see what's going on. So if you guys aren't familiar with the UMX Timber X, this is definitely a good time to get a plane like this, because when it comes time for snow on the ground and limited opportunities to fly, as we have hopefully our last daylight savings in the history of time, thank God, you can get this little thing to help make you through the next dark months, the dark winter months. Let's try touch and go. And some of you guys are probably wondering what the heck I'm talking about, because you may not be from the Midwest, but here in the Midwest, it gets dark early during the winter. And the further north, of course, in our winter, it gets dark really early. And I'm not looking forward to it, and I don't think most of you guys are either. Look at that thing, just hammerheads with the best of them. Take off flaps. Right overhead. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go to the middle, please. Thank you. Right there, that's fine. Now, the other thing too, is I just wanted to talk about these flags. Oh, by the way, I did talk to Mid-American Energy today, camera crew.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
It went fine.
Oh, that's good.
They are gonna do the project that we already paid in full for.
That's great.
So you may have noticed some stakes out here, right behind the plane. Those stakes are the stakes that indicate where the public utility easement is and also where the right-of-way is, which incidentally is very close to where the power lines are. So basically at this point in the history of our home and our farm, we are about ready to have those power lines out. They should be done by November 1st, I believe is what he was saying.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we'll see. I am not holding my breath. I don't trust anything that comes out of their mouths until it's done. Oh yeah, so cool. So folks, if you're looking for a good way to get some good stretching in, just start a YouTube channel. And also, I must say, for what this plane is, it is ultra capable. And what a beautiful backdrop we've gotten. Just absolutely love flying this thing. Oh, by the way, if you do like the turbo timber for the less intense flight, it's a great plane too. So we'll link to that. So when you follow the link in the video description below to buy this for your own, just don't forget you can also pick up the turbo timber, which it looks just like this, but it has an inboard flap. We have obviously reviewed all of them. But in this case, the Turbo Timber X actually has a 3S compatibility, whereas the Turbo Timber has a 2S compatibility. This will also run on 2S, but why would you ever run this beauty on 2S if you can run it on 3S, would be my contention. Ooh, feel like I'm finally getting a little bit soft on the power. Are you laughing at me because I'm soft? Grass hops, folks. What other UMX does it? Okay, so let's check our power. I think we might have some voltage information, but I'm struggling to remember. Yeah, 4.3. Oh, look at that, we do. 10.3, that's pretty low. Here, hold on. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, here we go. As per usual, who wants to end a flight when you can keep flying? And by the way, this is a 37-foot wide approach. Gosh, this thing can do no wrong, folks. Full flapper on deployment. And look at this, we're flying around in a 37-foot opening. So by the way, if you guys weren't sure, that's pretty much close to a half court. Folks, half court, you know what that means. If you got a gymnasium close by, just imagine how much better a full court would be, or maybe 2 or 3. Oh, he just crashed into the ceiling. But seriously though, if you have access to a basketball court, that would be a great way to pass the time during the winter, when the dark, dreary winter months.
It's probably not 14 below in the gym either.
Well, where's the fun in that?
Feeling your fingers?
Oh, well, there's that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So folks, if you're wondering how I keep track of what the plane is doing in those fast maneuvers, to be honest with you, it's just like, for me, it's just reactionary. I just look where it is and I react to it.
That's not helpful for the people.
Filming? Oh, you mean, oh, you want me to tell you the secret?
Yeah, there's supposed to be like some magical thing that the people can do.
Like this? Whoa, buddy!
Yes, that was it.
And by the way, if you guys were wondering if this is fun, it is very fun. And by the way, I gotta say the low light's like absolutely nothing for this.
No, it's great.
It's perfect, actually. It's not just great, it's perfect.
It's a good thing we took those extra minutes to film.
Guys, I don't know if you can tell, I've been on the mains for a long time with this UMX, and I think I might have said something out of place the other day. So my apologies. This thing has some amazing landing gear for being a UMX. And the other day I was talking about how great the P51 Voodoo was. And yes, while it is very capable and amazing on 3S, same exact battery that this one uses, this one is just second to none on landing gear. Look at that. I mean, who does grass ops with a UMX? Seriously. Let's try grass ops here right in front of us. Okay, here we go. Keeping the speed up. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Touch and go in the grass! Oh, I'm the wrong way. There it is. Oh, critically low alarm, folks. We just hit the critically low alarm on that upside down portion of the sorties. Right between us. Stop getting between us, Timber! The camera crew is obviously scared for her life at
Terrified.
this point. She's thinking to herself, well, you haven't run into me lately.
It's been a while.
So if you guys are new to the hobby and you're thinking, I want to do that, how do I get to be in... Ooh, did you hear the critically low alarm? I didn't, certainly. I just want to do this again. Okay. And a little bit of this.
Are you listening for the critically low?
No, it's going off. I'm just ignoring it.
That's what I thought.
Guys, look at that. In the grass and everything. All right, throttle cuts on. In the flaps, currently, amazing UMX Timber X. What an amazing plane. What a load of fun. Guys, it's almost, I just think back at my Sport Cub S days and how short a time it was really that we started that. And that was like one of our first planes, was the UMX Sport Cub S. And that was not like Sport Cub S2, it was the Sport Cub S. So it was like one of the first ones. And it was such a good experience to learn how to fly, and safe was the ticket that got me in the air. So yes, this thing has safe, and I'm gonna show you what learned me that I wanted to do this. This is safe is on now, watch this. Do you guys see what just happened there? Straight as an arrow and just perfect flight. That was the moment I knew I can do it. So if you're like me and you second guess yourself on stuff like this once in a while because you're like, I don't know if I want another hobby. I don't know if I want the effort. I don't know if I want to have to learn something new. I don't know if I want to be bad at it for a while. I don't know if I want to struggle with it, you know? It's real, it's exciting, it's fun, it's immersive. It's not a video game. It's not Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and, you know, it's not in front of a computer screen. It is real and tangible and satisfactory. You'll get out there and you'll know, hey, that was a greasy landing, and you'll feel great. Or, hey, that was a cool new maneuver, or I did my first upside down backflip, or whatever it happens to be. And it's something that you can be proud of because not everybody can do it. And these are all just some of the tidbits that I get out of flying. And if you're like me and you've got a million kids and you come home and you're like, I need something that gives me a good excuse to ignore them for a few more minutes and fully immerse yourself in flying. That is such a good part of this hobby because you have to necessarily focus on it for a short time. And even though you want to be around the family and with them and all that stuff, it gives you something that requires and demands your focus and attention for just a short time. And then you land and everything is back to normal and it's super fun and everything's fine. But the thing is, for that period when you're flying, it's just like, it just sucks you in and you've got nothing else you can concentrate on. And if you're a good pilot, you're gonna get that way. And it's just super exciting. It's hard to explain all the reasons why it's so awesome to fly radio-controlled airplanes. And I've done a lot of other radio-controlled stuff. And I'm not trying to poo-poo cars or trucks or boats or anything like that, but flying fixed-wing helicopters, quads, you know, but in my opinion, fixed wing is where it's at. I love watching them fly as a kid, but then I get to control what it's doing. Even to the extent that like FPV, for me, it's just not my thing, because I want to see it from the ground like when I was a kid. I want to see that airplane doing that thing that I think it should do, and maybe it can't. And, you know, then when you crash the first few times, you're like, oh, geez, this is a lot harder than I thought. But SAFE is going to give you the bridge from having no clue to like, wow, I can do this. And that's part of the reason why we love working with this particular brand and company, which is Horizon Hobby, and E-flite is one of their brands. So if you guys want an amazing experience, you're at the right place to not only learn what's available, but learn how to do it. And not just how to do it, but why to do it. And what's good about that, and why not do something else? And we talk about this stuff all the time on Brian Phillips RC. So even though I'm long-winded and the videos are longer, and you're gonna have a little bit bigger time commitment, we wanna be there to help you get the maximum value out of this hobby, whether that's spending less money for more excitement, more fun, or spending more money for more excitement and more fun. But either way, we're gonna help you make the right decisions by letting you make your own decisions and then supporting you in them. So that's what we do here on Brian Phillips RC. We bring you the latest and greatest technology that we can get our hands on, and as much as we can possibly bring, because believe me, we can't handle too much more. And we bring it to you in a conventional way, so you can do a side-by-side comparison of 3 or 4 different items, and you can make a decision and follow the links in the video description to give us a pat on the back. And then we get small commissions from these companies, and that's how we fund this thing. So it's like a win-win-win. We help promote the hobby. You guys help, you know, help us to fund our channel. And then obviously we bring more back to the table by helping you set up your radios and expensive transmitters and all the different technology that you want to squeeze out of this and the different fun things you can do with it. And at the end of the day, we just love doing it. So as long as you guys keep coming back, we're going to keep doing it. And definitely, please help us out by smashing the like button, even if you only a little bit like the video. But if you liked it a lot, smash it, click the bell for notifications, and definitely come back for more action here on Brian Phillips RC. We love our audience here, is the best on YouTube. Obviously, I have an amazing camera crew, which is my wonderful wife of many, many, many years. And then obviously we have some wonderful companies that we work with that provide a lot of different amazing choices. And guess what? When they suck, we tell you that too. Shh, it's our secret. But for now, we don't have anything else tonight because it's about to be dark, but we have a whole pile of good stuff to get to. So stay tuned. So much more coming from Brian Phillips RC.